Welcome again, everyone. So, as always, there is never enough time in the day, but we all get the same amount of time, so we got to make do with what we can. But there's always something to fix. There's always something going on. I got some problems I'm working on this morning while the sun, if you can tell, half the shop in the morning, more than half the shop is in direct sunlight. So it just gets kind of, to be out here first thing, it gets pretty warm pretty quick. We're in the summertime here in Florida. It's humid, it's hot, so I try not to do a whole lot in the morning here, just what I can find in the shade. But we're gonna get to working on the trailer here. I'm trying to get that thing finished up so that I can get it usable, get it running and all that. We've got a lot of work to do on that, but before we jump into that, I gotta run to town and grab some stuff. I got my mower here, it's summertime, grass is growing, I got some problems with it. I'm gonna go get some stuff for this and possibly get some stuff to wire up these lights we got. So we got some cool stuff to unbox here in a second, but first off, I've got some new boots on. These are, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of RockRooster. I know it's upside down, but they reached out and they wanted to send me some boots, and I said, absolutely. These are, I guess, one of their, I guess, a popular seller that they have, and these are, I don't know, the 6-inch. These are the, I'll put the link down below for everything, but they're the VAP 611, I believe. I didn't get a steel toe because I don't need them necessarily. But I'm not a lace-up guy normally, just because it takes that much longer to lace up. I like just slip-ons, but I do have some lace-ups that I wear every now and then, and I figured give them a try. And I have to be honest, these were comfortable immediately when I put them on. Like, I've been wearing them now for a couple hours, and they're a little heavier than my normal boots, but they actually, I'm really liking them. But they've got, I don't know the specs on them. There's a little card in here, gives you a little bit of history. You can pause the screen and read that if you'd like. But if you do are interested, or if you've seen these before, this was the coolest thing I thought. This little keychain here, laces and all. That's pretty cool. They come with some strings and some socks, but if you're interested, they'll be linked down below. This is just the initial kind of showing them off, and I'm gonna wear them and try them out and see how they work, but I thought they were pretty neat. Another thing that I don't care for, because I'm a welder and the type of welding I do, if we're doing a lot of fabrication and whatnot, like, a lot of these threads will get burned up, and they'll basically just, you know, strings as well. But RockRooster, they had said, you know, these are pretty common for welders, so give them a try, see what you think, and I'm going to do exactly that. But yeah, I mean, there's almost like no break-in required in these things, which is kind of weird and kind of cool at the same time. But one other thing I'm going to add, I don't like them normally because this here, I don't know what you call this seam here, but these threads here will get burnt out from the kind of welding work that I do, because it's just constant sparks falling. You're doing fabrication overhead, not overhead, but you know, rolling stuff out on the back of the truck and whatnot. But I don't, you know, I've had boots before where this is actually a two-piece and these will separate. I think this is just one piece, and it's a piece of leather pinched. So even if these do get burnt out, it should be all right. Time will tell, but first impressions, thumbs up, comfy. That's all I have to say about that. The next box here, HyperLite sent us out some, I need to sharpen my knife. HyperLite sent us out some floodlights to try out and see what we think about those, which was is going to be an awesome addition to the shop here. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. There's two in one here. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And I lost my knife. So these are Mars Series 150 watt floodlights. Is there any other information? You can see all that right there. But I've been meaning to add some you know, some perimeter lights, not perimeter lights, but some exterior lights to the shop to see a little better at night. And these are going to be, I think, the cat's meow right here. But we're going to get these hung up in this video, whether that's later this evening or sometime when the sun isn't as bright. Alright, this is kind of hard to do one-handed. Look at that. That should do the trick, I think. So anyhow, I will leave a link to this below in the description as well. You can check these out. I don't have a discount code for this, I don't think, but I do have one for the boots. And like I said, I think that's 12% off you get on the boots if you're interested. Again, I'm not telling you to buy them right now because I just got them, just trying them. But if you have been looking at them, you can get 12% off in the description. But anyhow, I'm gonna run to town now. I'm gonna grab some stuff I need to possibly mount these, and I'm not going to. The location may change because I'm still working on closing in my shop, so the location may change. So temporarily, I may just put a plug on here and then just run extension cord to them temporarily until I figure out. That for sure I know where I'm going to put them, but I'll be able to hang them up and we can try them out tonight and you can see, you know, the difference in them and stuff like that. So I'll be back after a while, gonna get the mower going, stuff like that. We'll talk later, so catch you in a minute. I'm back, and the first order of business here, we got the trailer backed in. This is the passenger side, got the wheels taken off, and we're going to add these stiffeners here. So this is going to go up into I don't know, the armpit of the web of this I-beam here, and then that way we can get a weld all the way around that up top there. And I got one for each place here. This is just some 1/4 inch. After that, I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to try to surgically remove this whole rail. I had mentioned in the last video that I had some good flex up here in the trailer, and a lot of you guys were saying put a torque tube in it, and that would solve all my most of them, if not all my problems. And it's not that I don't want to do it. I know it's pretty simple, but I don't have a piece of 4-inch that's that long. I could probably get some for pretty cheap, but I want to try to do what I'm going to do up here first before I commit to doing the torque tube, to see how stiffening up here, because I need to add bracing here, and then I want to add something across probably. And back here, I wanted to break it apart right here because of this weld, but there's all kinds of nonsense going on here. So I guess I could take this one off, cut it here, but if not, I might just surgically remove it right here, because that will, from here, will get me to where I need to be with one piece of channel. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna do some more figuring before I make a decision, but if anything, I'll just cut it right here, and then I'll make sure to blend, this is a better, grind this down and blend it in better so it looks like one piece. Even here, we can put a nice bevel on that, and it's not gonna be that big a deal. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get these welded in first, and we'll go from there. Both sides are done with the gussets, whatever you want to call that. I put some reinforcement here on the hangers. I didn't feel like there was enough in the middle there, so I added another piece. 5 inches is what I had, so I added a piece there right in the middle where the center hanger is, and then a piece of angle on the backside, basically just like this on the rear of it. So everything in the middle's pretty stiff now. I'm about ready to start cutting off the rails, but it looks like it's about to rain, so I may try to go ahead and hang up these lights, just so I'm not doing that in the rain, and then we'll see what happens as far as how wet we're gonna get and stuff like that. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to figure out where I want to put the lights, and we'll hang those up. So I'm taking these apart to more or less get them ready to hang up. And what I like about this is the adjustments here. So you've got, obviously you've got the actual bracket that holds it, but the adjustments are screws, so where you can adjust and then lock it down. There's threaded holes there, so you take one of the, I guess you call it like a set screw, and put it in this hole, and then whatever it lines up. But I'm actually going to mount these. I think I'm going to mount it upside down on this one side, because the purlin, there's a purlin that hangs down outside, and I think it'd be a good place for it. I'm going to put one, let me just show you. So on the back side of the building, this is the panel, my truck's over here, stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put one right here on underneath this purlin. So basically just like that, pop a couple holes, throw that there, and then I'm going to mount it upside down. That'll flood that this direction. And then I don't know if I want to put one on the front side of the building yet, or if I want to put one out that way. I was thinking about putting it up in the peak up there somehow or another, and then having it flood this way, which I may do that. We'll see here. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to this, and I think I have a couple plugs that I'm just going to go ahead and wire this just for a regular, as I mentioned before, just an extension cord. So I'll just put a plug on this for now, and that way if I want to move them, if I want to change it, you know, I'm not rerunning wires and stuff like that right now. But that one's up. Cords are just obviously tangled, not tangled, but just balled up right now. This one's on. I can already tell a difference even with, you know, the daylight we have right now. But this one here, I thought the other night I was working on something. I might have been working on this, and I just thought I needed more of these out here, but these aren't necessarily exterior. So having this should give me what I need to work on stuff. The my shop is only, you know, the slab is almost like nearly 30 feet, maybe a little less, something like that. And then minus the tables and the toolbox, the mower's back there right now. So having the extra light out here should help with future projects for sure. So we'll try them out whenever it gets dark and show you the difference. that was not really fun, but it's done now. And good news is this should be most of the destruction we're doing on the bed. Not the bed. It's getting late, can you tell? The trailer, this should be most of everything that I'm cutting off. I still need to, I want to redo these ramps. For one, they're too far apart. It's not a priority right now, but eventually those are going to get redone. I don't like how the lights are back here. I'm probably going to put a piece of like 2x3 tube and then like a skid plate, so if it does drag, it's not going to rip it off, but just something to guide it. But that way I can put the lights below all this. This trailer's high enough where I think it won't matter. And if it does drag, like I said, just put some plate back there to hold it, some gussets and everything, to where something does catch. It's not it's not going to rip it off. But definitely need to do that. Once this rail gets put on, I'm just going to use the 3/4 pin lights, whatever you call them. And I need to remember to do it before I put the rub rail on, because it'll make it a lot easier. I think I have access to a mag drill, so that will be much fun. And let's see, what else are we missing here? I forgot to mention, the reason I painted these is because I didn't want to, those are hard to clean, so I just kind of sprayed them while they were still new looking. Depending on what happens here, I don't know exactly how I'm going to paint it or what the next step is exactly, but we're getting there one piece at a time. I thought about up here, I wanted like a chain and binder valley, trough, bucket, crate. I don't know what you call it, but thought about building something between this frame rail and that frame rail, and stop the boards here essentially, and then build a place in there to put all the chains and binders, because under here is cool, but it's a little low. I mean, I'll still probably store stuff back there, maybe throw a spare tire on that there or something. I put this like this so that I can mount a winch to it, and I didn't really think it through, and it may not be the best idea, but cable up and then something to, I don't know. So we'll see how that even works out. That may not be what we do there, but what else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, the lights up here. So this one, as you can tell, it helps out. Let me unplug it here. Whoops, shut the whole lights off. So definitely makes a big difference. Just trying to work, I don't know, it makes a difference. And I really like that addition up there. It's going to make things in the future a lot nice, because my shop isn't that long, being able to at nighttime, because whenever wintertime gets here, it gets dark at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the afternoon, and this will be awesome to have that. And then this one over here, obviously it is pitch black, and light it up. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But I would like to get another couple, probably put one on that side, one or two. That way I can see down towards my gate and whatnot, because right now it's pretty dark. Even if you zoom in, it's really hard to see anything down there. What's on the lens? All right, so I guess that's gonna do it for this video, because I think this video is getting already pretty long, because I can't stop talking. But do not forget, this is pretty much your last chance to enter to win this here YesWelder plasma cutter. So go ahead. There's I'll have the link in the description. All you gotta do is put your email in and you'll be entered. The only stipulation is it's gonna be in the lower 48 states. So sorry for all you Canadians and wherever else you come from. So I'm going to stand out here in the spotlight that I'm looking into right now. But thank you all for watching. I want to say thank you to RockRooster Boots. If you want, check them out. There'll be a link in the description. It gets you 12% off if you enter my code below. And thank you to HyperLite. I will link their lights below, and the plasma cutter. And I think that's it. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.